Inflation isn't the only thing that can change your life without making a sound. Right now, people are talking about Alysa Liu. And her story is a perfect way to see how slow, quiet shifts decide who gets to thrive and who gets squeezed out. Here's why this matters now. We're living in a world where change often doesn't arrive as a crisis. It arrives as a small adjustment. A new expectation. A slightly higher bar. A new rule everyone pretends is normal. And the scary part, when changes are gradual, we adapt without noticing what we're giving up. Our time, our options, our stability, our ability to plan ahead. That's not just an economics thing. That's a life thing. The book excerpt makes one big claim. Slow inflation isn't just about prices. It's a quiet reallocation of power and value. The people closest to the source benefit first. Everyone else pays later after the system has already shifted. Now I need to be careful here. The trending topic you gave me is Alysa Liu, but the provided recent context section is empty. So I won't claim specific recent headlines or events about her. What I can do is use her as a real, recognizable figure in elite sport to make the bigger point. In high-performance worlds, power also shifts quietly through resources, rules, funding, media attention, and what society decides is worth it. So let's connect them. Inflation quietly decides which lives are easy to maintain. And in the same way, elite systems, sports, tech, careers, quietly decide who gets runway and who gets forced into survival mode. Quiet change transfers advantage to people closest to resources. Inflation in the excerpt works like this. If you're close to where money is created, governments, big institutions, major companies, you get first access. You spend early before prices rise. Everyone else feels the hit later. In any elite pipeline, think international sport, you see a parallel. Who's closest to the source? The athletes with access to top coaching, safe training facilities, medical support, high-quality equipment, and the free time to train instead of juggling multiple jobs. Imagine two equally talented teenagers. One trains in a well-funded environment, consistent ice time, coaching, strength training, and recovery support. Their progress compounds. They can focus on long-term development. The other is constantly negotiating for basics, fundraising for travel, rationing training time, dealing with injuries without top care, squeezing practice between school and work. They are not less driven. They are just farther from the source. When change is gradual, the advantage doesn't look like a villain. It looks like normal. But the outcome is the same as the excerpt's inflation story, a quiet upward tilt toward the people with better access. Slow pressure reshapes behavior. People get more short-term, more reactive. The excerpt says inflation doesn't just change markets, it changes minds. Saving feels pointless, planning gets harder, and people drift toward short-term decisions. Now translate that into a competitive world. If the environment keeps shifting, costs rising, opportunities getting narrower, expectations increasing, people stop playing the long game. They start doing whatever keeps them afloat this season. In sport, that can look like pushing the body too hard too early. Training through injury. Choosing short-term wins over long-term health because you feel like you can't afford to wait. In regular life, it looks like taking the job that pays today even if it blocks your future growth. Or avoiding training and education because it feels like you're falling behind financially. And here's the twist. When lots of people are forced into short-term survival tactics, the system can point at them and say, see, people are irresponsible. But the excerpt argues something sharper. It's often the environment that makes long-term thinking unrealistic. If you want to protect your future, don't just ask, what should I do? Ask, what is this system quietly training me to do? Short-term panic or long-term buildings? What society funds reveals what it truly values, and that selects winners and losers. The excerpt calls inflation a kind of selection pressure. Some industries get protected and inflated, money pours in. Others are left to wither. This is bigger than economics. It's a cultural filter. absorb the message of what gets prestige, money, and attention, and what gets neglected. Think about what gets celebrated. Big, shiny projects, hype-driven tech, headline-making achievements. Meanwhile, the unglamorous foundations, education, community health, local infrastructure, can be underfunded and taken for granted. In sports, the prestige layer is obvious. Spotlight events, major federations, viral moments, sponsorship-friendly narratives. But behind every headline athlete is a long chain of invisible support. Local coaches, safe facilities, youth programs, and families stretching budgets. If those foundations are neglected, you don't just lose individual careers, you lose an entire generation of potential. If Alysa Liu is trending, part of why that matters is that it reminds people, elite performance isn't just talent. It's a system that decided certain paths were worth building. Don't only watch the highlight reel. Watch the budget. Funding is a values statement. And over time, values decide who even gets the chance to be great. The big lesson from the excerpt is this: the most powerful shifts don't announce themselves. They normalize themselves. So whether you're thinking about inflation or the worlds that produce stars like Alysa Liu, the move is the same. Notice the quiet pressures early before they rewrite your options. If you want more videos that connect big ideas to what's trending, follow. And tell me the next topic you want decoded.